So I don't know if I want to do all that. Do I want to do... Look at the notes and read. So... Probably should go to the dashboard. And figure out these things. But yeah, okay. So we have tungsten. What am I doing? Lua. Well, I mean, I guess I might as well just stick with the Lua. I could try and do something like Kern or something along those lines. I'll have to think about it. It's okay. Let's take a look at what it is that I have for tungsten. Yeah, being able to add in, being able to create new operators, and the tokenizer is going to be kind of a pain in the ass. Building the execution flow is not going to be easy. Right. It's like the... Hello! Hello, Zoomy. Hello, it's a Zoomy. Hi, Zoomy. How you been? Haven't heard from you in a while. Doing alright? No? Oh. Evil Zoomy. Yeah. You're eating my codex. How you been? You been alright? Let's see. Go there. So I got... Yeah, I think this switch is nice. This is gonna be interesting to figure out. Okay. Let's see. Monday? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. 222. Tweech, and then flip these. You been okay? That's good to hear. Yeah. And then I can do that. This one's really cool though. I like this 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 color swap. That one's really good. I'm not super happy with how it works. This one's a lot more apparent. This is super obvious. This is more, a little bit less. And this is lesser still. Interesting. I feel like I'm gonna need to. Yeah. This is just a yeah, this is a color rebalancing system, so that you can take on, so that you can like change. You could also take out all the color if you wanted to monochrome. Yeah, this is a sepia. This is a color rebalancing system. So. Let's give it some more color. Now I think if I bump that up, yeah, if I bump up the, jump scared. I need to figure out how to make that quieter. I don't know how to make it quieter. Like, it is super loud, and I don't know how to change it. Yeah, I know, it's super loud. I don't know how to change the volume of it. I don't know how to change that. Cause like the sound alerts? Ooh, I think I know. Do 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 do. I can do a gain. I can turn the gain way down. I think if I did that, and I go into also hello Archer. Yeah. No. No won't die. I think if I just put in a game on it, then I could do. Alright, time to check your ears. I would recommend turning down the volume. Oh, you can also change the volume yourself. Yeah, I don't know if that actually works. It seems about the same. Oh no. Okay, let's let's stop doing that. Oh no, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. That's no fun for the that's no fun for the skunk. Alright, back to the dashboard. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about the audio crap at some point. I'll just keep it for now, it don't matter. Oof. Yeah, that's rough. That sucks. I'm sorry you're going through that. Wait, yeah, I did. Interesting, okay. I mean, I would be too. I mean, better to be pissed off than pissed on. I mean, unless you're into that. Interesting. So that's like... a lot of aberrations and stuff going on here. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. So it seems to me like having a higher higher contrast in those spaces isn't very good. It like really blows everything out. Because now this is also just, the different colors, and you can also change, like this is the neutral ground, right? And I can do full yellow, full... I could do, like, if I wanted to say, like, this, I wanted a neutral color. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, because like this to me looks a little... this is supposed to be true neutral gray, right? Color. Monday. Okay. I guess my stream editor is being super stupid. It's always fun. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so I could do... Because this looks like a little, you know, I can warm it up a little bit, right? Like I can warm, you know, I can warm it up a little bit like that, and then I can bring up all, right? And like, what's really interesting is that having the brightness contrast is so immediately, like it is instantaneously effective. Like it instantly, like it matters so much as the highest level of influence than any of the other axes. It's kind of interesting because, you know, also temperature has a real big impact. And then push has a bit of an impact too. Right. Especially in the green side. Positive push has a real big impact. Right, but value, exposure is really cool. Exposure is really good. And this is really just like this is something that does have a lot of this is like actual photography speak because this is how a lot of these things work, right? So you can increase the level of the temperature a little bit, maybe bring in some of these greens a little more, maybe not quite that much, right? Desaturate a little bit, saturate a little bit more. You know, having these kinds of different color gradients and color systems is incredibly powerful. Everyone's monitor is different, right? Like this looks very clean on my main monitor, and it looks very purpley on my other monitor. Right, so if I wanted to kind of desaturate that a little bit, maybe warm it up, yeah, desaturate, maybe increase the I don't necessarily want to make it look like it's all dead, because this looks like desert. It's all brown and poopy. A little bit too high there. Maybe a little bit more green, right? That looks really good on my other monitor. Kind of. That looks a lot better on my other monitor, right? But on my main monitor, it looks like shit. Right? Like, on my Huion, this looks really, really good. On my other monitor, it looks like kind of like dog shit. So, you know. So yeah. Now the main thing is, how do I want to, like this is just something that's nice, right? And all this is for Automate Games. Because he's working on a project and he wants to he wants to be able to change like the color matching. Right. So we have that. Now the main thing that I want to do is, do I care enough to do more shader stuff? Okay. 39 to 115. What is that? 39 to 115. That's really. I don't have /roll installed? Monday. Wow. I have. How do I not have Lua installed? Is it because I'm using Love? That doesn't make any sense. And I could do Bash. Like, can I do Echo? No. That just echoes the exact thing. Oh, alright. Well, I don't know. I just need to learn things. It's literally everything I wanted to do, I can't do. How am I not? I don't know how that's even possible because I have to have Lua installed, right? So like Neovin. Or is it because it's doing it through the JIT? Is that it? Instead of through the interpreter? I have like a Lua JIT installed or something? I think it's because it's Lua JIT. Oh. Is it because I've just been dumb? Okay, so it would appear that I'm just really stupid. That's also kind of really bad. I mean, not necessarily. Like, I have the legit be the, I think I have legit be the default. Otherwise, I just have like Lua. I have Lua. Alright. And then I have Lua Jet. Yeah. So, you know, so I can have. There we go. 76 lines of code just for the fucking input. That's awesome. That's so great. So I have these guys. What is it that I actually want? Because this is also not really a switch statement. Lua doesn't have switch statements. I think the reason why Lua doesn't have switch statements is because you don't have access to jump tables, right? Because like the way that switch statements work is that you just have a bunch of jump tables, right? You just kind of look up where to jump into. I mean, and that's basically what this is, right? That's kind of what's going on here. You just have a bunch of function pointers, okay? And you're just indexing in, and you're indexing into it via a conditional. From an indexer, right? You have some kind of indexing value, and you just index into everything, right? So that's how that works, and that's how you have to do switch statements in Lua. I also really hate when an index, index starts at 1. That sucks. I hate it. I hate it so much. But like, it's fine. Nice speedrun. I don't know how to do mouse movement. Because like, if I wanted to do mouse movement, I would have to if I wanted to do mouse movement, that would be rough. How did I cap out the... How did I hit... Why am I hitting swamp? When did I start hitting swamp? I wish I had a history, a longer history for the memory. I don't know when I hit swap. When was that? And this is only at 60%. I shouldn't have been hitting swap already. Yeah, this is about here. I would assume. I would think so. And that's what makes sense to me. This is a little bit weird. Oh no, I'm displaying my IP address. For those who don't know, you can't do anything with this IP. So, interesting. Okay. So let's see. What's next? What's next? I guess I could do. Oh, I didn't populate that yet. But, oops. I don't know what else. Because I don't have. I don't have that as a thing right now. What? Internal API unreachable. Non-dev. Nani? I really don't want to boot up Firefox right now. Like, there is a reason why I don't boot Firefox on stream. Yeah, that's why. Okay. Alright. Well then I guess, yeah, what kind of things do I want to do, huh? Well, I think for... I don't think the immediate documentation hints, like, it should be like the LSP stuff. Right? Like, that needs to be the LSP hinting. Or... because, like, I want to be able to do something along the lines of, say, right, because, like, I want to do... right, I want to be able to do something like, int, or like an I32. What I want to do is say something along the lines of, say, something like, well, I could probably do some C# for now, right? I could show it in C#, right? I could do wait, I think C# holds integrated XML into its stuff. Right. Right. Which is nice. But I don't know if I necessarily want that. Because, like, because I don't necessarily want to have, like, I want tungsten to be fully self-contained. I don't want tungsten to be reliant on other systems, right? Because, like, in here, you know, it's like, you know, there's like a tag and then, you know, thing and stuff, tag, right? Like, C# stuff is really, really good for, like, documentation and stuff. That's not how you spell tungsten. So if I had OS to terminal. Right. OS terminal, right? I don't like that operator. Let's do something like that. Right. OS.terminal. Is that right? Because then what I could do, I could say, well, I mean, because I feel like you should be able to do things inline, right? / should be documentation. You should be able to parse that and to do things in such a way that it, you know, takes it in and displays it, right? How do I want it to do that? Like the LSP should be able to just pull the function signature. Oh, also I don't think this is going to be the function type that the signature that I'm going to be doing either. I don't really know how do I want the documentation to go? Like, do I want, you know, up here? I don't know. Because like I also want, what is it, like a void, you know, int. Because like I could do void int print is equal to right. Right, because I could do that. This is a little bit awkward. Or like, because like I don't know how I feel about that, right? Because like because I want type name equals val, right? And then like a function is a type. So I would expect something like void int add, right? So I would expect, you know, int add, you know, equal to an int A, int B, return be, right? We could do that. We could also have something a little bit more. Something like that, right? Or int A, int B, colon int. Along these lines. Right? Because like functions are just kind of weird, right? We want to be able to handle, you know, int. Because like I don't know if this is something that I want, right? And I don't think I want this either. I think I want int add that. Because it just makes more sense to me. I don't like function and fn and func and all that shit. I don't like it. Right? Because it makes it very difficult to figure out exactly what type of function is. Right? So there should be some kind of, you know, some kind of return statements, right? In typing at the function signature level is something that I feel like it needs to have. Because without that, it's not going to it's just not going to do what it needs, right? I don't know. Because, like, I don't know if I like this. Hold on, what if it's B int A, int B, int print. Int print. Because then we can also chain it. because all this is doing is just declaring, this is having a named system, right? So, because like one of the things that I can do is I can say, oh, but like, there's a few things going on here, right? Having a very strictly typed system gives rise to some oddities, right? So it would be really cool, because like say in Lua, you can do some really weird stuff in Lua. You can basically have a thing that infinitely returns. Oh wait, but you don't need to call. It just returns it. You don't necessarily need to call it, it just needs to return. Oh, but you do need to call it. If it just returns, then you're just going to get a type of function, and you need to return a value at some point, right? Because like the situation that I have in mind is right, because you have, so let's say you have the regular hurrying. Here we have a return. So you can have something like this, right? And this is currying. Right, it is a thing that returns another. Right, this is a function that returns another function. Right. So this is where the chain starts. Now, because there are no generics, you cannot have arbitrary currying like you can with Lua. Because if I do some glue out here, right? So I could do add to a function. Takes in I. And then what you can do is you can say oh, but it's like return add, right? Like I can return because I can like return add. How do I do it? I could do is it like you like return it's like it like returns itself repeatedly, right? And then like you need to be able to like endlessly return itself. So if I then add because it's like which is just another return of itself. It needs to return that plus the result of I don't know, like there's a way to do arbitrary number of there's gotta be a way to do arbitrary things. Here, let me do draw. Let's open we want to have a. Right, what we want is now add a B D B point.
Time to stretch.
Yarf. Yeah, okay, I stretch. I stretch. I stretch. Oh. Okay, I stretch. Thank you for the stretch. Yeah. So Yeah, sure. Yeah, go for it. That's what they are there for. They are free.
I need more caffeine. My blood is not thin enough.
Shit. That's not good. It's only a little coffee. All over my keyboard. Fine.
Konnichiwa, bitches.
Oh, don't worry, just smooth brain Foxo being a dumbass. I don't think anything got into any of the internals. Yeah, I spilled coffee all over my keyboard. That's me being a dumbass. And this is why you don't do things one-handed, people. That's fine. She's 15 years old. The computer. Yeah, no, I mean, that's fair. I mean, a couple streams ago I did some art practice stuff. Just because, you know, a lot of times I just feel like I'm kind of lying to myself about my capabilities. I end up feeling like I forget a lot of very simple things. Makes it very difficult for me to, you know, have that drive to keep going and working on the projects and stuff. Especially coming up with, like, what to even do in a project. Sometimes it's very, very disheartening. A lot of that, you know, ADHD, if you're not instantaneously good, then you're garbage and you don't deserve happiness, kind of thing. Which I know is a fallacy. I know it's such a toxic ideology to have, especially for someone with ADHD. I know that it's flatly incorrect, you know, but that's, you know, some days are like that, you know. Some days are, I look at, you know, some of the things that I used to be able to do, some of the old projects that I've made, and how quickly it was that I was able to come up with solutions, you know. Yeah, I mean, doing it for VTubing is like a great place to start, because then you're kind of looking at it all the time. Like, I've been looking at my head and thinking that I need to redo it. I am very happy though that I've been doing the headshot drawings, the PNG tuber stuff, because I want to get better at doing like artwork and stuff like that anyway. Because I used to draw all the time, you know. Hopefully I didn't fry my computer, that would suck. Pretty much how my last one got fucked. Built a bunch of water on it, got water damage. But somehow that one, it got like all the moisture was shot down directly into the motherboard, and it was just all kinds of bad. It was all moldy and mildewy. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if, I'd have to look in to see what kinds of 3D modeling software or 3D animation softwares are available for like VTubers and stuff, and see if it'll actually even run on here. Like I'm fine with the PNG. Like it's fine with me. Like I don't mind it. You know, it's just kind of interesting because then, you know, I just have it kind of as an overlay. You know, and I'm into myself too. You know, and it's like something that I like. You know, but I could do. I kind of want to take a look at. Let's see. Let's open up Krita. Because I do have another one. I mean, I also want to kind of create my own stuff too. Like my own software and stuff. In particular. Because I have this one. Alright. And I was thinking maybe Nande. No, Nande. Put a dark styles breeze fusion. Because this shit is not in Critic Dark. Critic Dark. Cool. I was thinking about doing redoing this one a little bit maybe. Getting you know, cutting this one out. And why is it red? What the f... Oh, I know. Okay. Yeah, right. I could do... One in like the tutorial I saw for 3D VTubing is using Unity. I can imagine it wouldn't be impossible to make one and figure it out. Yeah. There's also quite a few softwares that are like already pre-built for that, right? So, yeah, I don't know if I like this one or if I like the one that I already have. This one. What do you think? What do you think? You like okay. It'll be I don't know. I don't know if this one's actually better. Because there's like a lot of things that I really like about the one that I already have currently. There's a lot of things I don't like about it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff is just using VR chat, basically. Just hooking it in. Like, there's a lot of things that you can do with 3D VTubing stuff. Yeah, I mean, I like them both too, but there's a lot of things I don't like about this one. Like the ear, this ear over here. Like this ear here, sucks. I like the muzzle shape. The muzzle shape is really solid. This is like a circle, and then, you know, I did stuff. This one looks like shit. We don't talk about this one. This one was dropped on its head as a child. That one doesn't count. We don't talk about that one. Right. Yeah, this is supposed to be like a software and game development stream. But I'm just like looking at Krita instead because fuck you, it's my stream, I can do what I want. Yeah, I don't like this ear shape. You know, like, if I were to change it, I would, you know, the overall, like, the silhouette shape is fine, but, like, the inner shape was, like, really bad. Alright? So, like, something more along, you know, something like this, maybe? But now, that side is kind of garbage. I don't like it. You know, like the size of it is really terrible. Like this is something else that a lot of people don't realize about like digital art. Is like, if you don't like it, you can just change it, right? You can just fix it. Like, it's just pixels. Yeah, you just put pixels on. If it looks like shit, you can just fix that. You know, something like that. Maybe. Perhaps. Mayhaps. You know? And like, what else do I like? You know, what else needs to be up? Right? Like that. Like that. Ooh! Yeah, see? See, look at that. Look at that. It already looks like so much better. It already looks so much better. Yeah, I mean, the Blender stuff is really nice too. Just getting in the habit of doing things for not your main project is really good. Right? Because your main project is work. It very quickly becomes work and becomes less fun. Right? You know, it becomes a job where you are the manager. Right? You are the project manager, you are the project lead, you're the you know, design director, you are the project director. So doing things that aren't for you is nice. Right? Or not for the project at hand. Right. I don't think I like that curve there on the inside. It's too many lines. anyone calls me talented, I'm gonna punch them in the throat. Looks like shit. I've just been sketching ever since I could hold a fucking pencil. Pales in comparison to some of the shit that I used to draw. Or paint. Like actual painting. Like oils and shit. Do that quite a bit. How do I want the inner ear floof be? Right? Like, do I want it like that? It's too pointy. How do I inner ear fluff? How do I ear floof? How do I ear floof? That's the... I never know how to do ear floof. Possibly. I mean, like I usually like I'm sticking with this because it's very thematic with like the rest of the ambiance of my channel. Right? Like my very first PNG tube model was actually the base of it was generated by ChatGPT, and then I went in and I overlined it manually, right? I redid all the line work and filling, right? But like the baseline art part of it was through ChatGPT. And I kind of liked that really sterile, corporate, you know, kind of pop art, garbo, corporate, hyper sterile, like art style. And I was doing like a whole bunch of other stuff with it. But here I'm doing the white on black because of, you know, because of, you know, this, right? Because of the whole, you know, in terminal, you know, having the terminal interface, you know, this stuff, right? So like that's why I kind of was attracted to it. I also just like dark mode. You know, so like that's kind of why I did it in the first place, you know? Kind of reminds me of like chalk. You know, like on a chalkboard. How do I do fucking ear floof, dude? How do I ear floof? I draw ear fluff. I can't just put the ear in a pocket and call it good and not have to worry about drawing hands. Like I can't do that. Like I can't put the ear into, you know, sunglasses and call it a day because I can't draw symmetrical eyes. Binary instances are well, I'm cute. See, I have no qualms about admitting that I'm cute. If someone calls me a cutie, I'm going to say sure. I don't know. Like, also the eyes, I'm not super pleased with. Not super happy with the eyes. The mouth part, I'm not super thrilled with. There's a little smirky smir. Is fine. I'm okay with that. Cheek floof I finally got down. But what is it about the cheek floof that works well, but The ear floof don't. My dog. Yo. Also, I think I want to hint this a little bit. Yes, yeah. Alright. Like this whole inner silhouette thing that I got going on is like really nice. Like these cheek floofs match really well. This curve here I like. This, you know, more angular stuff. Like I like that, but I don't have ear floof. I'll do ear floof. They can't do ah. Do I like that? Interesting. I mean, I can also do. I don't know if I like the placement of these eyes. Like maybe a little bit lower. Be down, over. Oh no, because we have that, right? Fine. Right. I can also like hint this stuff here. I wish my father was in here. My dad, he's an artist. He's been an artist longer than I've been alive. Like actively painting and stuff since longer than I could breathe. So that's a thing. I mean, my grandmother too. I have a lot of artists in my family. I like that though. I mean, I could do some ambiguity stuff. Like I could do. Ooh. What do you think? I'm gonna work on the other ear. Do that one, I didn't like it anyway. kind of like that. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Now, there's like a way that I could. Oh my god, I've been streaming for an hour and a half. So I have these, and I can do. Well, actually, what I want to do is. There we go. Yeah. Then what I can do is start to fill in the eyeballs a little bit. Oh, Christ almighty, this is garbo. Okay. Tighten up these lines. Doing some more of this. Alright. Detail. No one will ever see. What I will know is that. Okay. Post it. Yeah. So, a few things. Do and translate that, and the main thing is that I kind of want because I can like push this up a little. Can also shift this in a little. Yeah, not so quite so apparent. And cut that down. That's better. Yeah. I don't know. There's like a bunch of other stuff here that I don't like. Witness marks. Garbage lines left over. I did want to do. There was a little bit of drawing stuff that I wanted to do at one point that was based off of generative AI art. Basically learned from the AI generated stuff. Largely because it'd be very easy and quick to create reference material. As far as artwork goes, like image generation stuff is actually pretty, like, it's very believable, I should say. Right, the quality is quite high. Generative stuff for text-based work, on the other hand, not so much. Things like code and writing, that side of thing is not quite so great when it comes to AI generated stuff. Joke video about a mother giving birth to. Oh yeah, yeah. Al, yeah. Being like, that's AI. Give me back my kid. It's AI, but you birthed him. No, it's polydactylity. It's polydactyl. Which is something that's actually very common in cats, for some reason. Lots of cats are polydactyl. I don't know, I like that cheek floof. Let's see. And let's clean up this mouth a little bit. Doo-doo-doo. Make this line a little bit. And this is why a lot of people say, you know, like, just make it first, make it good later. Alright, this is just like retooling. This is just refactoring. Alright, this is refactoring. Something that I don't like doing. Normally what I would be doing right now is starting all over. Normally that's how I would approach this. I'd say this is garbage. I'm going to delete the whole thing and never touch this file ever again. And tonight I am breaking that habit of starting projects over. I need to actually finish projects. I need to be willing to finish projects. I need to be willing to touch things up and do them over. Right? Why redo a whole thing? Right? As long as the foundation is good, it's fine. Right? So I need to take this time, be very zen about what it is that I'm doing. I mean, there's a lot of, right, there's like a lot of, whatchamacallit, like meditative practices, where you take something and you put a lot of work and effort into it, and then at the very end you erase the whole, right? There's something very freeing about that temporary nature of what it is that you're doing. Like the mandalas. Now, a lot of people ask, like, well then how do you save them? It's just sand. And the answer is you don't. You erase it. What's even more impressive about it is that, you know, the sand is colored, right? Mandalas are made with colored sand, and you have, you know, this colored sand, and when you erase them, all of those colors mix together. You have something that is very homogeneous in color at the very end. Make it first, make it good later. Always make it good later. Yeah, I think I am going to do, I think I am going to make this one be my new thing. I would love to do Blender stuff on stream, but there is no way that I'm ever going to make that happen. I would love to though. Blowing up, is that my Wi-Fi card or is that me? My favorite fallacy. Ooh. That is a very good question. What is my favorite fallacy? I don't know, I mean the straw man fallacy is pretty good. Well, I mean, it's not very good. Terrible fallacy. Sucks. Because it's very effective at getting people to agree with you. You don't want to actually do any real critical thinking. The fallacy of not A. I mean, I think my favorite fallacy is actually I call it the waffle fallacy, which is when someone says that they like pancakes, that does not mean that they hate waffles. And a lot of people, you know, you could say, oh, I like pancakes, and someone will just be like, oh, so you hate waffles? Like, no, that's not what I said. I said I like pancakes. Also comes up a lot in political statements. You know, when I say that, you know, the things that Trump is doing, the things that the GOP are doing, are not conducive to a strong nation, everyone immediately says, oh, so then you must love the Democrats. No. I don't love the Democrats. Democrats actually kind of piss me the fuck off. Bunch of white knighting asshats who are largely part of the reason why we're losing the internet, because they're fucking spineless. Just spineless asshats that want to try and fucking save the children. Oh, think of the children. You know, most adults don't think of the children. That's kind of the whole reason why we're in this mess to begin with. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, Epstein files, release them, please. Yeah. Being edgy is cool. No. Or the fallacy that, you know, being tolerant means that you can't, you know, means that you have to accept Nazis and fascists and problematic behavior because you are tolerant. Haha, lol, lol. You're a hypocrite if you say that, you know, I'm not allowed. It's also a fallacy. Because it's conditional, it's reciprocal. The moment you stop tolerating something about me, and the moment that I see you stop tolerating other people for simply existing, I'm gonna punch you in the teeth. I think that's just how that is. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the bi fallacy. Yeah. Bisexuals. Big thing too. Or like it's so fucking frustrating too. 'Cause, like, oh, so you know, like I've known a lot of people that just don't. It's not just so much that they don't understand sexuality, because let's face it, sexuality is hard, right? It's a very complicated, messy thing. Um, Human nature is a very ill-mannered concept, very ill-mannered, does not behave well, does not behave nicely, and sexuality is complicated, you know? But, like, the whole thing of, like, just self-projection and just like yeah, the ace fallacy. Yeah, I mean, because like a lot of asexuals, like, oh, don't you think she's hot? No. Oh, she must be gay. No. I don't. I don't like. I don't like people. Ew. You know. This notion that bisexuals need to be actively in a relationship both with both genders, both sexes, however you want to define it, is such a dogshit take. It's toxic. It's flatly incorrect. Like, it's so frustrating. I feel so bad for people that have to deal with that on a daily basis. I just about always have an out. I can just say, like, dude, I'm married. Fuck off. You know? Because I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what my sexuality is. It's complicated. Like, I know it's very much tied to how, like, tied to affection. So, that's part of it, I guess. Like, I've been able to figure that much out. Which is nice. I like knowing that about myself, you know. I like having that understanding is helpful, you know. But not everyone knows what it is, and it can change over time. Very few people start off as gay. It's something that, you know, they come to learn about themselves over time. You know, a lot of people just kind of, the vast majority of people who are gay start off by assuming that they are straight. You know? And they only come to terms and come to understanding that they are, in fact, gay later in life. It happens to a lot of people. Most people. Even a lot of straight people end up questioning themselves and maybe doing a little bit of self-exploration to figure out, you know, more about themselves, you know? Chocolate. Yeah. Chocolate brownies with beans. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I mean, I do some seriously cursed shit with food, so I'm not exactly. Don't be asking me for any. Yeah, don't be asking me for any advice on that front. I think I've cleaned up these lines pretty nicely. This ear still looks like shit. I'm not too pleased with that. No, this ear. Yeah, I don't know how to write Nani. I know how to type it, but that's not the same as writing it. I mean, I could do right? There was a chocolate pudding that was like made with hard-boiled egg. Ooh. I will absolutely eat animal treats, unironically. Like dog biscuits and horse treats. Horse treats are fucking good. Fuck the horses. Them's are for me, dude. So I have this. I still don't really like the shape of this ear, right? This line here is bad. You know, what's, right? Like, what's that? What's going on there? What's going on here? The eyes are a little wonky still, I think. I mean, they're better. I feel like the eyes are better. I feel like the curvature of the head is wrong. You know, like being able to push that down some would be good. I think. What is this? What does this do? Oh. Oh no. Okay. I don't know what I just did there. Whatever it was bad. Because I think there's, I don't know. I don't know how to use. I don't know how to use Krita. Because there's got to be like a smudge move, blend kind of. You know. There's just like so much that you can do with Krita and stuff that I feel like I have barely even touched this. I think the lines are pretty good. The lines are passable at least. Yeah. Oh, it's you. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I mean, like, you can... delete. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, right? It was. Oh, fuck. Nonde. 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 Where the hell are my... Fuck. Workspaces. Okay, that's cool and all, but what about... Brother. Konnichiwa. A flatten layer. I mean, I could flatten layer. Okay. Yeah, I could do that. Whatever. Hopefully, I didn't completely ruin everything because I still need. Yeah, if I'm gonna be doing, yeah, there we go. Yeah, where's the layers? Where be your layers? Oh, there be the layers. Okay. So I have that. Right, and I have the background and everything. Right? So like this vector layer, I can just go. Because if I'm in the vector layer, right? I think if I do that, and then I can go that, right? Yeah. I can just delete stuff one at a time, right, if I wanted to. I should be working in layers more, but I don't feel like it. So I'm still like really fucking pissed off at this shit. Like what is going on here? Like themes, like why is the KV not, you know, because it could be kind of darker, and it's still like highlighting this with that. It's really fucking pissing me off. Like the QT shit is really bad. Yeah. Yeah, as soon as you get models, I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun animating. Doing animation is a lot of fun. Just because like you can just have access to, right? It's a lot of work. I do frame by frame. You know. So yeah, let's do. Yeah, just doing an art stream tonight, I guess. What did I want to do again? Oh wow, there's a lot of crap hanging around. Good to know. Yeah, because I wanted to do. Money. Yeah, I'm still kind of really pissed because this one, the circle that I drew for this was like a fucking perfect circle. It was like the most perfect ass fucking circle ever. It was great. This one is actually, you know, not great, but it is. Like, it actually turned out good. I don't know what to do about it. No, that's fucking super dope. Yeah, because I don't know what else I want to do with this, right? Because, like, the eyes are really good. The shape of the eyes aren't very good. Like, I think this angle is too high. Too steep. I would need to either lift this, or I'd either need to drop this or lift this. Alright. Oh, it helps if I, I'm in the right fucking layer, doesn't it? Being covered in very obvious eyes and angels have them more subtly placed in wings and stuff. Yeah, no, that's pretty interesting. Yeah. I guess that's cool. Okay. Watch a Garbo on here. I mean, I really like the fact that this looks like it's done in chalk. Also doing a lot of this like without undo. And the vast majority of this is done without undo. I just kind of forget that digital tools exist. You know? I guess I've always been kind of an oddball like that, you know? Doing things needlessly difficult in a way that is needlessly difficult. I guess it tracks from my channel. I guess it's okay. I guess you're gonna be booting up your stream here pretty soon. I'll ever get to sleep on time at a reasonable time. Tips for the week. I really should poke my dad next time. In the morning. Nah, you're fine. Mental side quest. No, you're okay. I didn't know what I was gonna do this stream anyway. I was kind of looking for a side quest. So. This is probably inevitable. I don't know if I can effectively thin this down very much without losing sharpiness. Oh, still kind of looks like shit. And the real message is, do I want to... Oh. Okay, what else do I like? What do I like? What do I like about it? I like the neck part. I mean, the overall modal shape is really fucking solid. It's really good. The outline of the eye side is too. I think, honestly, even though it's less accurate, knocking that corner, softening that up a little bit. Right. If we look over here, we see that that happens here, and I can lift this up and round it out a little bit more. Alright, I can do that. I can go back into here, right? I mean, if I want to mask stuff off, I can. Right, and I really should be doing masking. Like, I should be using these tools to my advantage. Like, we have tools to. Like, use the tools that you have at your disposal. Like, you can Use the masking tape, buddy. Like, come on. I think that's something you can do. Alright. Forgot how to invert. Okay, that's that. How do I invert it though? Control Alt A? No. How do I invert the selection? Control Shift I. Okay. Then I can come in. I can sharpen these up without having to worry about fucking up the other parts, the eye, right? Lots of really good tools at hand, huh? Just kind of feather it out a little bit. Oh, there we go. That looks pretty good. Right? You know, I think I can also do something similar here. I mean, I think I will also knock this edge a little. Knock that edge a little. You know, kind of do something along that. No, actually, what I actually want to do is say that. Alright. So I want to kind of feather these out a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Alright, and then kind of clean these up a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. And then I can kind of clean these up. Yeah. How else do I want to do that though? Right? How else do I want to clean this up? So I can sharpen these a little bit. What I really need to start doing is documenting how long it takes for me to do things. This isn't just, you know, me sitting down and shitting this out and, you know, immediately. This is much more. I mean, this is something that I feel like a lot of artists kind of forget, is that they have tools. There are tools they have access to. Right. Also, I can just add new features to Krita if I wanted to. I could even add my color rebalancer, and color mapper. I think that would be a really useful tool to have in Krita as thing, but I don't know how to contribute to open source projects at all. I don't know what that entails. I don't know what that ecosystem is like. I don't know what the best practices, what's, you know, the like what's expected. Do I want inside or the outside? I think I want that side. Started selecting without realizing what it is that I wanted to select. Or I think what happened was I forgot what I wanted to select. So I would think I wanted to, yeah, sharpen that up just a little bit. Right? Get a little hint of yeah. See, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to hint the line break there. I could also do its that way, and then I could do this. Kind of break that line out a little. And then so like that kind of sharpness helps. Oh, whoops. Why don't I use? I was wondering why I don't use Control Z as much as other artists. Because I don't use Control Z as a way to try something and then fix it. It doesn't work. I use it as a genuine mistake, not as part of my workflow. And I feel like a lot of artists use undo as like another brush. It allows them to try a bunch of things a bunch of times and then kind of delete it when it doesn't look. They just kind of keep trying the same thing until something's. And like that's fine. Obviously, it works for a lot of artists, but I feel like it's a little disingenuous. It doesn't help build good core. It doesn't help build good fundamentals on like understanding, you know, like your tool chain, the tools that you have access to, things like that. Alright, so like here, if I don't want to touch this anymore, I can just be all like that, right? So now, everything that I do is going to be bound to this area. So I can't delete any of it, right? So I can just clean this up as much as I want. And I can even like yeah. Alright, fill that in. That looks fine. Right, but like, say here, I don't wanna touch this bottom part, right? I just wanna touch this upper part. So I can do I don't know. Do I like that or not? I don't know if I like that. Also clean this up here. Can definitely clean up these. Right? Like all this is just, you know, putting pixels. Like Bob Rossi. I think I'm gonna do some more art streams for a little bit. Until Otter pops in. He'll catch one of my streams today. One of these streams he'll pop in, and I'll get all excited. Maybe next time I can have him raid into me. I don't know, we'll see. He ends his stream pretty early. Like, today was like a really good possibility. But I didn't quite jump on it. That's okay. About luck, that it's only worthy and worthwhile if you actually can. Sometimes you can make your own luck. All about understanding the world that you live in and how to bend it to your will. Also understanding it's just a numbers game. You say something, you have reasonable expectations, eventually they're going to be maybe that. Okay? Sheer laws of mathematics. Eventually you'll be made not a liar. Keep saying, I will make a successful game. And I keep making games. Eventually. Be made not a liar. So, this is kind of what I'm starting to understand is the workflow of actual. You know, I'm gonna put a bunch of bullshit on the canvas, make pixels, and then you make better pixels. And all this is kind of leading up to the notion that one day I might actually make a visual novel. It'd be really cool if every single part of it is something that I made. Even program. Patch. So say that I want to have a very sharp, very thin inner point there. It'd be very difficult to do without region management. This looks like it. On that out a little bit more. Huh? Alright, fine. Say I wanna... Yeah. Ooh, that was a little bit zealous, okay. Ooh, okay. Dad actually thought that I was doing this on chalk. And, actually felt really good, to be honest. The fact that he, took it as chalk was, very nice, made me feel really good about it. I mean, this kind of, doing all this stuff kind of removes a lot of the, hand-drawnedness of everything. Because, like, this blurriness is, this feathering and stuff is kind of what defines that twitchy, scratchy hand-drawedness, and the ears look like shit. Okay, alright, I think I'm gonna be done now. Ooh, that looks very clean. Yeah, it looks very clean. We'll save. Oh. Be done. Yeah, it's gonna be it. Yeah, thank you guys for stopping in, for those who did. And for anyone who's here, bye.